Forget the bedroom. The kitchen is where the real magic happens.
Yeah.
Mine started splitting. Hello beautiful people. My name is Marcus and welcome to another episode of Marcus Moves. It's a series on my channel where I talk about all things interior design and homemaking related, with a lot of my friends getting their BTOs and their keys very soon. I don't want them making the same mistakes I did when I moved into my new home. It's not new, it's been 3 years already. If you want to find out more about my interior design process for this house, it will all be linked in the description box below. But for this video, I really wanted to focus on the kitchen. Whether you cook regularly or just do takeout, here are some crucial things to consider so that your kitchen is optimized for your lifestyle. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, you have to figure out what kitchen layout works for you. So the main things to consider is the placement of your sink, prep area, and stove. So there are 6 common layouts that I'll go through with you, but let's start with the one that I have in my home, which is the one-wall kitchen. So that's where everything is on one side of the kitchen. It's on one wall. It optimizes space while maintaining functionality. For those of you whose houses where your kitchen is, it's not really connected to your living room, it's just kind of sequestered to a little side, the one wall kitchen would work best for you. For me, I have my sink in the innermost side of my kitchen, followed by my prep area, a stove, and another prep area. This is because there has to be a certain distance from your stove and the fridge because of the heat. You don't want the heat kind of damaging your fridge. And this layout has served me really well because the sink is on the inside, right? So whenever someone is washing up the dishes or cooking, someone else can still access the fridge and get a snack. It's most probably gonna be me most of the time when my mom is cooking, but that layout works really well for us. But what I've done with my kitchen is it actually transforms into the second layout. So what we've done is we have this removable table that we installed. Shout out to my uncle who helped install this because we bought the thing online for really cheap, and then we were like, how do we drill this into the wall and make sure, you know, if we're gonna put pots on it, we don't want it breaking anytime soon. But it's still sturdy so far. It's been 3 years, it's still sturdy. But what we've done is we have this collapsible, that is the word. We have this collapsible countertop on the other side. So then it transforms into a galley kitchen. So a galley kitchen layout is when there are parallel countertops. This is perfect for bakers or those who really need the extra countertop space, especially when your kitchen is very narrow. So you just have a narrow walking space, we just walk through, and you have countertops on both sides of your kitchen. So I like this versatility because if you can't decide between both of these, I highly recommend getting a collapsible countertop so that it offers you both options. Or you could always just go for the galley kitchen and have cabinets on the other side as well. It's just that my mom and I will always be in the kitchen, so we're thinking like both of us will be fighting for space and we'll be like move aside and be elbowing each other. So at least the collapsible one, when we need to do like heavy baking and cooking together, that goes down. No one will be harmed, especially with Christmas around the corner. Other layouts to consider include a U-shaped kitchen and an L-shaped kitchen. This allows you to form an optimal work triangle. Yes, trigonometry is coming back to haunt us. I didn't even know about this optimal work triangle situation. You need to have kind of like your prep area, your stove, and your sink in this triangle where you turn and turn and turn. It's all there for you in line of sight and very easy to access. This is a really popular layout in a lot of kitchens because the L shape and the U shape really helps you to maximize your storage because each corner is used properly. But definitely this is for if your kitchen is bigger. Like if I had an L shape, technically my kitchen is a U shape now that I think about it because I have my laundry there.
It's so confusing sometimes.
Anyway, things for you to consider. My main consideration for a U-shaped kitchen is that if your area is very small and you have cabinets from floor to ceiling on all sides, it will make you feel a little bit claustrophobic because it just makes your kitchen look a lot smaller than it is. So think about that. I do have a lot to say about cabinets, so keep on watching. We will get to that soon. But I do want to talk about the last layout, which is an open concept kitchen. This is perfect for those that host regularly. I want this layout so badly because whenever I need to fix my guests a drink, I have to go to my little corner kitchen and I'm like cut off from all my guests sitting at the dining table, and it like you're having a conversation, obviously like you have to be yelling and the noise, the sound just transfers, and me and my friends, like we already have hearing problems.
Who are you?
hear what we want to hear sometimes. So the communication issues are real, and an open concept kitchen is really good if you're really fond of hosting friends over or family over. Now the thing is, if you're doing heavy cooking, your whole house will smell like oil. And to get the best of both worlds, as Hannah Montana once said, I think you get foldable doors so that when you're doing your heavy cooking in preparation for your parties, you can close it up and then you can open it up when you just want to serve and make drinks. So there are some people who will like kind of knock down kitchen walls to have that. So just really think about for your lifestyle, what kind of space you want your kitchen to be, right? Do you want it to be a social space? Do you want it to just be like a quick grab and go moment? So like the single wall or alleyway would work best if it's just like a grab and go situation. These are the terms you can tell your ID about what kitchen you're looking for. Once again, I apologize for the screaming about where I live. I'm trying to move out of here as soon as possible, but for now, do bear with the screaming. Also, the sun is setting. I basically have 30 minutes to record this.
Do you know you have 30 minutes? Are you kidding me? 30, yes.
A regret I had in my kitchen was doing vinyl flooring in the kitchen. So there are different like types of vinyl flooring. The one in my kitchen is a more durable kind compared to the one in the hall. If you're wondering what vinyl flooring is, it's basically a type of floor laminate that's kind of like made of like very strong PVC. And mine started splitting. Literally, I don't know what happened. I think maybe because of the oil or just because we're just frequently in the kitchen. Like I don't know, one part just started splitting and now we have that irritating part that we all try to avoid. And so I did opt for the more durable one in the kitchen, right? After 3 years, less than 3 years, it already started like splitting. The rest of my house where I did vinyl flooring, like it's fine. It's just the kitchen. I would have preferred to have done tiles in the kitchen. Like especially for your toilet and the kitchen where there's going to be a lot of moisture in the air, there's going to be a lot of water, like oil, those kind of things. Just get regular tiles because it's easier to clean. Yes, it's going to be more expensive, but definitely more durable in the long run. And you definitely want something to withstand the wear and tear. Now this brings me on to my next point about ventilation. Get yourselves a fan in the kitchen. You will thank yourself later, okay? When I try to meal prep in the middle of the day or when it's raining outside, the humidity is insane. My legs would just be so full of sweat. It looks like I ran a marathon, but oh god, like in this weather, just get yourself a fan in the kitchen. I don't know why we didn't think about it, right? Like you're worried that the flames might like extinguish the fire on the stove or whatever. Just gotta position it well and get a fan in your kitchen. With regard to the hood, nobody told me I was supposed to change the filters inside it every 3 to 6 months. I thought I had to do it like once a year. And I was wondering, why does my whole house smell like food every time we cook? And then I started noticing like my hood oil was dripping down and I was like, something's wrong.
You're nasty.
I went to check and obviously like my filter was like soaked in the cooking oil. Yeah, so make sure you get a very strong hood and do change your charcoal filters regularly, like 3 to 6 months. That's the time frame. I'm telling you now, don't make the same mistake as me. This is a really embarrassing thing for me. This might already be common knowledge to you, but not for me. You can get these new refills. They call it like universal something. I'll include the picture here. You can get them on Shopee. So just buy a few and just change it out whenever you start realizing like your house smells a bit like your whole house just smells like food. If you're finding these tips helpful so far, do consider giving a like to my video so that the YouTube algorithm, hopefully it favors me, it will push it out to other people. And do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps my channel out. Now back to the video. On the topic of oily kitchens, please choose your cabinet material wisely so they don't look like mine.
Brother, what's that?
It looks nasty, right? It looks so nasty. I chose a matte finish for my laminate, so it's very common in carpentry. Like even my cupboard here, this is done with a matte laminate plywood situation. I don't know if you can see, there are just random, it's just so hard to clean. Like there are just some random spots on it, like fingerprint, like the oils in your fingertips will just be there, and it's so hard to kind of clean it off properly. The oil stains are so visible, especially when there's sun. Now you might be thinking like, Marcus, that's because it's black. That's on you for choosing a black surface. It's obviously gonna look very dirty. Okay, but the ones in my kitchen are blue. The oil stains literally show, and it's so hard to clean it. After cooking for like an hour or something, after washing all the pots and pans, the last thing I want to do is be climbing on a chair, getting a cloth and wiping all the oil off the cabinets, right? It's come to a point where we just let it look like that and we'll clean it when we get to it because we are so tired. What I do recommend you getting is perhaps a glossy finish for your laminates. What this does, oil stains will just be easier to clean. It won't be as noticeable on them. You can also consider stainless steel cabinets. Yes, those are what industrial kitchens use, like all those restaurants you eat at, that's what they use. And as someone who has worked in F&B, if you haven't watched like the video where I talked about how I had 5 jobs when I was in NTU, wiping down stainless steel is the easiest thing you'll ever do. It doesn't stain, it's so durable, it's even like antimicrobial. It is a little pricey, but do consider that upgrade. I have seen some kitchens with stainless steel cabinets. I think they look pretty good. Now on top of your cabinet material, you do need to consider your kitchen backsplashes. Ideally, it'll be something easy to maintain. I think going through this video about the do's and don'ts of kitchen renovation, I'm always thinking about what is easy to clean, because once you've moved into your house for like a year plus, you know, when your job gets harder and more intense, family commitments get more intense as well, the last thing on your mind is cleaning your house. So I'm always thinking about how do I make the cleaning process easier, and so that's kind of how I'm anchoring this video. You get something easy to maintain and clean due to the splashes from water, oil, like your sambal, your curries. Quartz or stone will be durable, but it'll be very pricey to install, to be very honest. Stainless steel is good for the backsplash as well, but I think stainless steel everything is not that aesthetic. Like, yes, you have to have a practical kitchen, but you have to think about aesthetics as well. For me, I would just really recommend getting large format non-porous tiles because they're easy to clean, it's very easy to wipe down. That's the one I have now. I think I got them from Hafari. Hafari has so many tiles, by the way. Go and have a look and talk to the people there. Tell them that you're looking for like non-porous, large format tiles. Now, the reason why we want large format and not small format tiles is because while the tiles are easy to clean, things will kind of get stuck in the grouting, in the grout area. You want to get as less grout to clean as possible. Another popular backsplash is tempered glass. It's heat resistant, it's easy to clean, it looks quite nice as well, right? But I've heard that it doesn't allow you to install power sockets where you want it to be. If it was a tile, they can easily cut the tile for you and give you as many power sockets as you want. Another tip, get as many power sockets you want on your kitchen counter. I initially just wanted 1, then I said, you know what, let's just do 2, and now I'm glad I opted for 2. I wish I had 3, so just get as many outlets as you can there. But yeah, the thing with glass is that contractors actually have some difficulty cutting the exact placement of your sockets through the fragile glass, and I heard that sometimes if you know it's like slightly misaligned, there's just a gap and it's not as seamless, or they might end up breaking the whole thing. Now last but not least is your countertop. That's the thing you're going to be in contact with the most. And for those of you who love the Muji aesthetic, I know it's very common, like a lot of Singapore houses, just like white walls and like a light wood everywhere and anywhere. Okay, you can have it anywhere in your house except the kitchen countertop. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you're getting like wood, when wood gets wet, it is just a breeding ground for bacteria. Whenever you make any little dents in it, bacteria is just gonna build up. When it gets wet, it might stain. And then for those of you who are saying, okay, but then I'll just get a wood laminate. That's water resistant, right? Laminates are not very heat resistant. The laminate will really just melt if you accidentally put a hot pot on it, or I don't know, just don't trust laminates. Because I have a laminated wood study table and that's already peeling after a few years, so you want something that's long lasting in the kitchen. What I would recommend is getting a quartz countertop. That's the one I have in my home and I love it so much. What quartz does is it's quite heat resistant. Obviously they don't recommend you putting like hot pots just on the tiles straight away, but I do that anyway and it's fine. Touch wood. It's just a laminate, but like touch wood, it's pretty heat resistant. You can put things that are like slightly hot. If you know, if you've cooked something, it's cooled down slightly, you can just dump it on. You don't have to worry about getting like a corkboard or a heat resistant mat. Another thing is it's so resistant to scratches and knife cuts. I literally, whenever I need to cut fruit, I just cut it on the countertop and wipe it off. It's that durable, seriously. In terms of staining, mine is white, right? But this household, we are, what are we? We are a multiracial household. We cook a lot of like sambals and curries and everything. As long as you get a very good cleaner, that thing just goes off. Like, it has not been stained. Do you know how many times there are turmeric stains and sambal stains on this countertop? With one spray, this is not an advertisement. I'm not gonna mention the cleaning product I use. Just get a good cleaning spray and it's gone. It's so resistant to stains. I can't, like, quartz is really the best material for your kitchen. You can choose like sintered stone and stuff, It does look nice, but it's also very expensive. I think quartz is like really a bang for your buck. These are just like the 6 fundamental do's and don'ts about your kitchen renovation in case you're kind of stuck and you're wondering, what do I even need to consider? I hope these tips do help you. Do let me know if you have any other questions or considerations about your kitchen. Or for those of you who have just done like your home renovation, if you have any tips you'd like to share, do leave it down in the comments below. I love the community that we have created together. A lot of you are commenting on videos, sharing your tips and experiences as well, and we're all learning from it. I'm learning from it as well for like my future house, or in case I want to do any renovation touch-ups. Yeah, I really appreciate all of you for taking time. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. It means you might just really like me or something. Go forth and build the kitchen of your dreams. And with that, I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!